Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott, and you, my dear little knucklehead, you've wandered onto the #1 prog rock channel on all of YouTube. Yeah, it's the Prog Corner. I'm not just making that up either. That's facts, man. That is actually AI. ChatGPT proclaimed I was #1, and who am I to say otherwise today on the show, boys and girls? I'm excited, man. We've got a very, very special guest. Oh, yes, indeed. This is the man behind this amazing new record that just came out earlier this year on DSK's PQR. The band is called Akenathon, and the album is, oh boy, Crónicas Intrascendentes. Let me try that one more time. Crónicas Intrascendentes. How do you pronounce the name of the band, Annabelle? Akenathon?
Maybe Akenathon or Akenathon.
Okay.
Here, Akenathon.
Yeah, that's better. I know in Spanish the accent thing is different than in English, but this record is dynamite. I'd heard you guys' first album, and I liked it, and then I just kind of forgot about you guys. You put out a second album that just went completely past me, and then George is like, hey, I got a new band, you know, because George at DSK's PQR is always putting out a lot of reissues and stuff. So when he told me he's actually pushing a brand new band with a brand new album, I was excited. I put this puppy on. It's amazing, man. Congratulations. You got to be pretty happy with this, right?
Thank you. Thank you. We'll send you the second album with transfer or similar.
Oh, sweet.
I would like you to tell us what do you think about it.
Annabelle Aquero in the house, and oh, look at this! Look at the vinyl. Oh, this splatter vinyl on this is so beautiful. What a great, great album. You are the you write most of the songs, right? Guitar, the singing, and songwriting. Or do you have anybody else in the band that writes?
No, the first idea comes from me. And then we work all the concept in a groupal way. Fernando Chavez Gonzalez works as a music producer. He ensembled, I don't know if it's the correct way, where he make all the parts go in the correct way.
Yeah. So if you aren't familiar with Akenathon, let me just tell you something. There's 7 songs on here, and it covers so much sonic territory. Obviously, this is pure 100% prog rock, but there's elements of jazz. There's elements of like South American rhythms and stuff, maybe a little tango or whatever going on. There's some metal elements to it. It gets very heavy sometimes. Just a terrific record. Congratulations. I'm telling my people right now to buy this thing. I give it 2 thumbs up. You can get it wherever you buy your records. I know here in the States, you can get it. Ken Golden's got it over at Laser CD. I think Wayside Music has it. So there's a lot of different outlets if you're interested in this. And you should be, because I said so. Oh, yeah. Annabelle Aquero is joining us. And as you can tell, he's from Argentina, right? So, you know, I actually provided him with these questions ahead of time, just in case we had a language barrier. Pero, you know, I speak a little bit of Espanol. Annabelle's English is pretty good, so we're gonna try to do like an actual interview here, man. And the first thing I wanted to kind of discuss with you is, you know, Argentina has always been a country that has put out beautiful music, great music. But how is the prog rock scene in Argentina today in 2025? I mean, I don't see a whole lot of bands out of Argentina. Is it a thriving scene, or are you like, you know, on an island all by yourself doing this weird music?
In Argentina, you know, there are historic bands like Luis Alberto Spinetta, La Máquina de Hacer Pájaros, Cerú Girán, Charly García. They are our raíces, I don't know, our basis to sing about prog music here. of course, we have listened a lot of music all around the world. Actually, as you know, rock is not mainstream here at
Right.
last. I don't know. I don't know in other countries, but here is not. I think all the rock is not mainstream. Just uh, a few bands,
I think
historical
it.
bands
I think
like
it's like that
Divididos or.
in a lot of countries, Annabelle. I think a lot of countries now, rock music has kind of gone in the background as we get more and more country in America. Country music is really hot right now. All the rap and the R&B, the hip hop stuff. That's kind of where the kids are at right now. But we're going to change that, man. My goal is to make sure that the next generation of children around the world are subjected to music like Akenathon or Yes or Genesis or Boo Boo or any of the great bands out there. It's going to happen. Things go in a circle, you know.
Yes, yes.
Just like
I
style
think
and fashion.
it's just it's a moment like jazz here in Argentina was always a music from nicho.
Yeah,
Uh, Progressive rock is the same here, and I think we we must not um, be angry because of that. I think
yeah,
we must work with the real vision we
true.
have in front. So
That's good
we
advice.
work. Yes. Wow. Uh, so we work to spread to make to know what we work on, and we are related with a lot of bands here in Argentina who work in rock and especially in progressive rock.
Okay.
So the underground scene of rock and progressive rock is full, full of, fully of artists, great musicians, and great productions and great albums. We have to work to spread them. Mm.
Absolutely, for
So
sure. And you're right. We do need to live in the real world. Sometimes I get a little myopic, a little pie in the sky, a little dreamy, right? Where I don't live in the real world. Where I'm a dreamer. I dream of a world where Akenaton is the #1 album on the charts. That's the world I want to live in. That's the world I'm working for. That's the world I'm working towards. Before I ask you the next question, I kind of wanted to give some love to the other members of the band. We've got Guillermo Roca. He plays drums, sings. Marcela Cruzat is the keyboard player.
yes.
Chavez Gonzalez is the bass player. He also plays keyboard, synthesizer. And, of course, our man Annabella Cuero on guitarra and vocals. Great stuff. So what were some of your early influences? Like when you were a little kid, what was some of the music you remember like mattering to you or that you were listening to that caught your ear when you were young?
I don't understand. I was a musician from my earliest years,
¿Cuántos
but
años? How old were you when you started playing?
now I understand it was that I was a musician from very little kid. So I remember a lot of musical arrangements or guitar arrangements. For example, from El Trio de los Panchos. I know
Yeah.
them. I remember those arrangements and from tango, who was what were listened at my home by my father in vinyls, and I never no me daba cuenta, no no lo comprendía así. But a medida, in the way that the years come, um, I, I, I remember music from very little boy.
Yeah.
Um, the guitar came from to me lately. I think first my sister plays something, go to learn some classes. Then my father, at the age of 15, I think the guitar was was in a rincon in in a standby, and
Yeah.
I took it, and I began to learn it by my way. I learned by ear, but just listening music, folklore, argentino, some tango, and the first impact, maybe at yes 17, was the Beatles, of course,
Mm.
as a lot of people. Not I do not didn't I didn't live the, the Beatlemania. Of course,
Yeah.
I have 56, but uh, a lot of people recommended me to listen the Beatles, and as I was a kid, an adolescent, I began to hear them, to listen them, and to approach to the guitar by the Beatles as a way to understand the instrument. I do not study formally because I am a doctor. I am a surgeon.
Yeah.
So my study goes for by other way, but
So you
but
don't read
never.
music. No puedo leer música.
I don't understand.
Do you
No,
read?
no, no. I don't read
No puedo leer.
music.
Yeah.
No, I know a very. I go for to different here and there different teachers
Yeah.
and make mm,
Yeah.
my
That's all,
my knowledge. So,
I've been
but
reading. Hey, I've been reading music since I was 5, and it doesn't make you a better player. Just the best. That's the best thing right there. If you got good ears.
there are some things that you can uh, uh, approach if you don't know any theory,
Yeah.
but
Real theory. Yeah.
reading or not to read, it's just a way to it's different ways to approach the music. But I go to different teachers uh, along the years, um, and this way I began listening more complex music, maybe,
Yeah.
from the Beatles to blues to jazz. To It's a way, it's an infinite way.
Yeah.
Por suerte.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Um, you know, I asked you about how to pronounce the name of the band,
Yes.
but I still don't know what it means. What is an Akenathon? What is? Where did that name come from? What does it mean? I tried Googling it to see if there was anything. I couldn't figure it out.
Mhm.
Where did you come up with
Mhm.
the name for the band?
At first, it sound right. Just this. I have listened someone use this name in in internet. I don't know. It sounds good,
Yeah.
but then we began researching the Egyptian pharaoh Akenathon, and we discovered his history and the challenge he represent to the Egyptian culture in his in his moment in the history. Akenathon was a revolutionary mind. He presented a lot of challenges to the culture, like in the religion. He was the first monotheist um, against to the polytheism. So he presented a lot of challenge to that to the society. Um, Egyptian society of the moment, so it cost him the life. No,
Yeah.
he was died because of that, and we take this challenge and think maybe it means a challenge for us too.
Yeah.
And take the flag of of the challenge to change something.
Interesting. Interesting. I was
Mhm.
wondering about that because, I was getting deep into the whole Egyptian thing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask him because I don't really know what's going on there. I don't understand. Now the band has been together for quite a few years now. You've got 3 albums out. Do you do live shows? And do you play live? Do you do
Yes,
concerts in Argentina, or what's the deal?
we play not very often, but we would like to play more often. Um, and we play always here in Argentina. We
Okay.
can. Argentina is big, very big, but we would like to go to other countries.
Yeah.
For example, Chile has a lot of progressive rock, very beautiful. Peru too.
Yeah.
We don't play very often, but we will do it. Uh, Casually, on Friday, this 3rd October the 3rd, we will play in the La Plata Rock Prog Festival. La Plata Prog Festival is a festival that is currently by the 11th year, the
Yeah.
11th edition.
Where is that?
Um,
Is that in Buenos Aires? Where is that?
in La Plata,
Oh, La
our
Plata. Oh,
city,
okay. I understand now. Yeah.
in our city, we are one of the bands that fundate that create this festival
Okay.
in 2010 to 2010.
I don't know why. I was
Um,
thinking you guys were from like Cordoba or Rosario or something.
yes, Rosario has very great bands too.
Yeah.
Danai, Lagota, Blackesses, Pasternak are very good bands there. Um, so we
October.
try
So 7 de Octobre is the
tres.
date of the show.
That's
The
her.
7th, October 7th. So if you're
So,
in Argentina, if you're anywhere near La
sí.
Plata, you got to see these guys. You got to see these guys because this new album is absolutely amazing. And as I was looking at the album and going back and looking at the first album, you've had a couple lineup changes. It's not the same band, right? You've got some different members of the band now. There's been a couple changes. Was that a good thing? Was that a bad thing? Talk to me about how that worked.
at, at first, I can say to you, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it make you um, go back in a way. Uh, but if you think better, if the band is not moving forward or you are not having a good time, maybe it's better to sing it in a cool way and take some changes as a desafío, I don't know, as a challenge.
Yeah.
We have had a lot of changes before 2022, and it means in a way to be back, retrasado, retrasarse, but in other way uh, we move forward very strongly. Like
Yeah.
2022 and 2025, we make two different albums, uh, and it was because of the. I have no more. I have. I feel I have no more time to 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 change nobody.
Right.
I
Well, you're a
think
doctor, right? You're tú eres un
yes,
doctor. And
yes,
you don't have la misma personas in the operating room every time. You got different people contigo, right? It's the same in a
yes,
band.
yes, yes. Maybe the other people grow and go for other
That's right.
experiences, or
Yeah.
maybe you feel that and you must change your way
Yeah.
and take another way.
It's a different
It's not
challenge, right? It's like
it's not bad. It's not
yeah.
a bad thing. You
It can be a
must.
good thing, I think.
Yes, it gives you other vision if you change some. Oh, the incorporation of Fernando Chavez Gonzalez in Marcela Cursat was an explosion
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
It was
It's amazing.
great.
So that's exactly what I was gonna say is I think the lineup changes worked in your favor because the new album is fantastic. I haven't shown it in a minute. We do this all the time, man. I'm all about selling product, man. I want to move some units. Here's the album, Akenathon. It's Crónicas Intrascendentes. You got to have this record, boys and girls. It's really, really good. And we are talking to the band leader, Anabel Acuero, live from La Plata, Argentina. Oh, this is pretty exciting. Now, we talk about challenges. We talked about the challenges of changing band members, but what are some challenges a band has in 2025? Do you find it difficult to be a prog band in 2025? It sounds crazy, actually.
Yes, absolutely. I
We're
think
crazy. We're all crazy, I think.
yes. I say the same. When we say when we are in this inside room, I say this is a crazy a crazy group. So I see the first challenge for the band in this way, in this route we take, is to make a music that take you some time to understand.
Yeah.
6, 7, 5, 6, 7 minutes. You must be at attention, be paying attention
Yeah.
to the message. We must give a form to a message. We must sing the music for a second listen or a third listen,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the audience, the listener, discover a new detail uh, across all the album,
Yeah.
and you go back and understand some things that happens at first, um, when you listen the final. As a good film may take to be looked 2 times or 3 times,
Right.
or I have see El Silencio de los Inocentes, the
Mm-hmm.
Silence of the Lambs,
Yeah.
14 times, I don't know, and I still discover details.
Oh, yeah.
This is the great challenge for a band. So you got an art cover that is accord to the whole message. Uh, this is a great challenge, and then to it's a challenge too. You can play it live. You can play it live and transmitir and send this message to the listeners, to the public, and feel good with all this system, with all this world you have created. So it's a great challenge and intense, so intense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. The whole Prague world, it's an interesting thing. I mean, in that we kind of all are like one big family, even if you're in Argentina, I'm in Los Estados Unidos, and I got,
Yes.
people from Canada and Inglaterra and all over the world watching. But, of all the Prague that's going on today, in 2025, the current acts, are there any like new bands or current prog bands that you've been listening to?
Yes, I listen all the time, bands, new bands, and of course, review permanently the old classics.
You have to.
Yes, but I can tell you some bands. Maybe not the more knowledge or more
Good.
well
Good.
known.
That's what we want to
Yes.
hear.
I like too much October Ecus. I don't know if you have
I've
listened
heard of
them.
them.
From
I don't know them.
Spain. Tal from
Oh yeah.
France. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
new, but it reminds me too much to Anglagar and this way of composing.
Yeah.
I listen I listen especially attention to the way they compose. Uh, I'm not really very attracted by the typical structure. I don't know how to say it in English. Estructura estrofa, estribillo, chord. No,
Yeah.
I prefer the bands that permanently are changing the
Yeah.
way of the
Yeah. We don't want to just do verse, chorus, verse, bridge,
Okay,
chorus,
yes.
songs over. Yeah. No.
Yes, obviously there are genius bands and music that are in this way. It's
Yeah.
not discussable. Akenathon, I like too much. Flower Kings.
Mm.
In other way, the Aristocrats, I like their latest
Yeah.
album, Duck. It's
I love that Duck
beautiful.
album, man.
Beautiful.
Anything
It is
with both these
progressive,
guys.
I
I mean,
think.
it's Brian Beller, it's Marco Minimum, and it's the best guitarist on the planet. I mean, what's not to like about Aristocrats, right?
It's awesome.
He's
We are, yes,
Governor
yes, yes,
Guthrie. He's
yes.
just sick.
I like
Bang.
Adrian Beleu in any lineup, in any disc, in his all discography. I love Adrian Beleu. The album E is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think it's a new way to move across the King Crimson propose. Uh, well, then Ghosta Berlin Saga, Erland. Yes, it's a great
The
band.
new Ghost of Berling Saga album is just amazing. I love it. I think I gave it a 9.5, 9.5, almost a 10.
Yes,
I love it.
they have a new vision to and a new vuelta de tuerca, a new way, a new
Yeah.
idiom.
Yeah.
It's very
Really,
appreciable.
really impressive. Very
Yes,
impressive.
Erland. Then I remember Erland Elbow Trio. I don't know if you
Oh, yeah.
EH3. It's so intricate and near to the jazz fusion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Osnoy in fusion. Osnoy. I like him. Bob Lancetti, Mark Lettieri. These boys
Oh, yeah.
for me are great composers too.
Yeah.
Cosmos Quad. It's good too. Critters Bargain. Don't know if you have listened to them.
I don't know
Critters
that.
Bargain. The Torsos. How is the name? Uh, I don't remember. So
That's
the
all right.
Personic Factor. Fusinski, David Fusinski from Screamless Hair Torsos.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
I love him. I'm from Argentina. Let me know name some of the bands I more like. Fugu. Fugu is a great band for me. Balbec, here from La Plata. Darío Íscaro. Sur Oculto. El Nirvana, Rodrigo San Martín, Den Volvox, Modo Tester, de Rosario Bands, Pasternak, Danai, La Gota, and a new band, Cráneo Tatuado, who plays the past Saturday in the festival. They are great too. Here in Argentina, we have a lot of proposals.
Nice. Yeah. I'm, I've heard of some of those bands, and some of those bands I've never heard of before. And that's the kind of stuff that my audience loves. My audience loves to find new bands. They love discovering new music. So it's always exciting to have somebody on that's got a whole different perspective from a different part of the world, a different scene, all these Argentinian bands. I mean, like you said, Argentina is a big country, man. It's a huge.
It's good to discover a new band that surprised you. I think the first time I listened to Dark Side of the Moon, and I still looking for the same sensation of discovering something. So I am permanently looking for a new shock.
You are right in the right place, man. That's me. That's my audience. That's my people. We are always looking for that. And what happens with a lot of people is as they get older, they stop looking for new music, right? Because it's hard to find good new music. Porque on the radio, it's a bunch of crap, right? If you're trying to find your music from the normal ways of finding music like you did back in the 70s and 80s, you're not going to hear anything good. You actually need to do some research, right? Get on the internet, read about some bands, find out what's going on. It's actually hard work finding that next great band because it's not going to be on the radio. It's just not.
There's a permanent core time behind us that don't permit us to see. The information, the bombardeo, the information is something that we take as a team from Crónicas Intrascendentes. So that is some of the meaning of the album.
Oh, nice. Now, besides prog rock, which clearly a lot about, what other kinds of music do you like? Do you like classical music? Do you like jazz? You said you like jazz fusion. What else do you listen to on your own time?
I listen too much now, actually, too much jazz fusion. Scott Henderson, John Scofield, I love him. I can listen for Scofield all the life. I like too much blues too. I don't. No sé si decir heavy metal, but Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, that classicals. I always go back to them. But then, yes, some jazz fusion. Well, those búsqueda of progressive new music. I don't listen classic
Yeah.
tango. Yes, always. We always hear
You wouldn't be a good
tango.
Argentinian if you didn't listen to some tango now. You would have to get
Yes.
deported. You'd have to leave the country. They'd kick you out of Argentina. They'd say, I
Tango
don't
is
know, no,
under
you're not welcome.
tango is in our DNA. So
Yeah.
I hear it from a child, and I think something always mm, filters in our music
Yeah.
from tango.
I hear it
And
just a little bit, right? It's not like I don't want to scare anybody up like, oh man, if I buy this album, I'm going to be hearing all this tango music. You're not. It's not it just a little bit, little influences. It makes it really cool, really interesting. And it kind of lets you know also that I think this band might be from Argentina, and that's kind of cool. I like it when bands throw in little markers, like you mentioned the Flower Kings. Roy Stoltz always putting in these little Swedish, little Scandinavian folk melodies, and it could only be from Sweden,
yes,
right? And other bands do
yes,
that
yes,
same thing. Kenzo from Japan, the great jazz fusion prog band Kenzo. You know they're from Japan, even if there's no vocals, because they throw
yes,
in those little Japanese melodies, little hints, just
yes,
a little bit. I love that. I
yes,
love that about your band.
yes. You mentioned Flower Kings and are the same. Is
Yeah,
something obscure in this in their
yeah.
music that is Scandinavian.
Nowhere else on earth could that music originate from but
I love that.
Scandinavia. Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you this. Who's your favorite guitarist?
Cool. I will mention
You have a
to
few, don't
you
you? Yeah,
the the ones who I take most than to copy them as a guide of from their relationship with the instrument. I think to find a a personal relationship with the instrument
yeah,
is a long way. It's a long
yeah,
way. Maybe never finish. I think, but the first example it comes from me is Chef Beck.
yeah.
You
I was
look
just thinking when
him.
you were talking about that relationship between the player and the instrument, Jeff Beck was the first guy I was thinking of. That's awesome.
Yes, he. If you look him, he's not technically prolijo. I don't know how
Right.
to. You look him
Fancy.
that, but the sound, yes, but the sound is saying something different. What you from what you are seeing. Um, there are other music that
Before
have
you
this
go on,
relation.
I just want to tell a Jeff Beck story. This is the Prog Corner, and Jeff Beck he dabbled in a little progressive stuff, but not a pure prog musician. But Jeff Beck back
Okay.
in the 70s, he said that he went and saw Yes in concert, and he left halfway through. He didn't like it. He said afterwards, he said, man, those guys are the best musicians at every instrument, the best guitar player, the best bass player, the best key. But he's like, I like music. I don't like math.
Yes, that's
And he's
okay.
like, all the concert was just a bunch of guys solving a math equation. And I thought that was just brilliant. Jeff Beck, man, what a guy.
Chebet is a great. Other man who you can you can't understand how he relation with the instruments is Alan Allsworth.
Oh,
Alan Allsworth is from other planet. I don't know
yeah.
mm, how he functions in his mind. I don't imagine that.
La
Are,
primera
are,
tiempo I heard, the first time I heard Alan Holdsworth, I've been playing guitar since I was 5. And the first time I heard Alan Holdsworth, I'm like, I'm never playing ever again. It's hopeless. I will never be good. I will never. What is? I just my mind literally the cabeza exploded, bro. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Alan Holdsworth. Yeah.
You must listen to him, not like a music, but a musician, because hace mal. It's better to listen him without thinking how you approach to the instrument, because it's impossible.
I get triste, man. Little tears running down my cheek. Is like, I'm never gonna play that good, man. I'll never be as good as Alan.
Yes, it's. Then, of course, Sean Scofield is for me a very a man with a special approach to the instrument. He plays with the guitar, some with a delicate, very delicate, very. He takes the most from very few notes, perhaps. I love. Scott Henderson. I love him. Adrian Beleu is another man who is another guitarist who have a special relation with the instrument. Adrian Beleu is not a technical. I saw them with Beat here in Argentina.
Oh, they opened for
Beat.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
How was Beat? Did you enjoy that concert?
Yes, do you see them?
Oh, I missed them. I didn't see them.
I
don't get out of the house too much. I stay in the house. I'm that guy. Me and the wife, we go to work and then we come home and I do my YouTube stuff. I don't get out of the house too much, which is sad. But we are with Annabelle Aquaro, the guitarist, lead singer for Akenathon, their brand new album. Oh boy, can I do it without looking at it? Crónicos I can't do it.
Intrascendentes.
Sorry. Available on PQR. I'm always talking about PQR. These case PQR. Go to the Bandcamp page. That's the best way to pick up the album. But you can go to Bandcamp USA or Bandwagon USA. You can go to Laser CD. There's a lot of different places you can get this record, and I highly recommend that you do. I got one more question for you before I let you go. If you could take one album on that isla, on that deserted island, only one album for the rest of your life, bro.
It's a beautiful question.
Yeah.
So I think
it might not be your favorite album, right? I mean, you might not take your favorite album. You might take something that maybe covers different moods, or I don't know. What do you take?
Yeah. I always thought that album was Dark Side of the Moon. This is the first idea that comes to me. Then Abbey Road, maybe. From Argentina, Artaud, Pescado Rabioso.
Okay.
And then maybe Agogo by Scofield, because I have listened it hundreds of times and it gives me some peace sensation.
Man, you're making me want to bust out my John Scofield records, man. I haven't listened to him in forever. That's a good call.
Then maybe Guitar Shop from about Seth Beck, or maybe Vibe Station by Scott Henderson. But I think the first option, I retained this idea, is Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
I think the first option.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Dark Side of the Moon. There's no way you can go wrong. One of the greatest records of all time. I'm joined by Annabelle Aquaro as we are winding down our conversation live from La Plata, Argentina. It's been my absolute pleasure. What is the future of Akenathon?
We are working in new material now because the band is very, very bad, very content, very fun. We are very, muy contentos con el resultado, with the results for Crónicas Intrascendentes. So we are working with new material. stimulated by these results. So we are working hard with new material. Then we will play this Friday in La Plata Prog. Then we will play in San Vicente, in la provincia de Buenos Aires. We have 3 or 4 presentations in this year. I think we will have new material in a year. I think maybe. Yes.
Take your time. Toma tu tiempo. There's no rush. There's no hurry. If you're going to be putting out records as good as this last one, we can wait, boys and girls. Oh, man, it's been my absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Any final words, final thoughts? Before I do the whole express, and you know what I do at the end of every video.
We want to express all our gratitude to you and George from PQR. This is a dream we can get real. We think there. We don't never think about this opportunity, this possibility for us to be speaking with you, for example, in English. So maybe English or something similar by me, but it is a wonderful thing, es una vivencia, es una situación impensada, increíble para nosotros. So incredible. So our gratitude is infinite to you.
I appreciate the music. I appreciate you being here. Boys and girls, it's Annabella Quero, Akenathon. Their 3rd album is available now. You need to buy it. It's right there behind me. Where? There it is. There it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you guys need it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's a great, great album. And it's been a great pleasure having you on the show. Annabelle, thank you so much. I love you. God bless you all, every single one of you. Oh, yeah, you know what's happening. Peace in the Middle East. Free Ukraine, free Tibet, free your mind, free beer, free Willie, and God save that king, boys and girls. Oh, we're going to save King Chucky. Oh, Chucky the Third needs some saving. Bring that boy to America. He's coming to America. He's going to swim, Annabelle. Look at him. He's going to swim to America. Oh, he's breaking a sweat. That was a really long swim. And he's in America now. Bring him to Ohio. I'll put him on the Prog Corner. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do thoughts and prayers, spells and incantations. Oh, we got a prayer circle going right now. Hey, Billy Bob, you got them snakes ready? I sure do. Let's bust out them snakes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, look out. The calabras are out. Oh, no. Those sneaky calabras. Get them out of here, man. No me gusta las calabras. I'll see you guys later. Peace.